Well, hello, sunflowers. Happy Wednesday. I'm the Homesteading Kontessa if you're new here. And today we're just going to talk about Dolly Parton and just how that ties to just being kind to people and just living in your kindness. Yes, not living in your truth, but living in your kindness. Come along so you can see what I'm talking about.
THK, yeah, we do it our way. Homestead dreams with a little sass way. It's the homesteading contest. Come on, take a peek. THK.
Y'all, we done lost the great Dolly Parton. And when I think about her legacy and I think about all the things she has accomplished since she started her career back in the 80s and how she stayed booked and busy and classy throughout her whole lifetime. And what I like about Dolly is that every time I saw her, she always had her makeup on good. She always had her hair done, well groomed, and she always, was nice and neat. I never seen a photo or a video of her not nice and neat. And just because you're a celebrity doesn't mean that, just because you got money, you don't go out the house not nice and neat, because I've seen them. But with Dolly, she just had such a class about her. And, losing her yesterday, God rest her soul, she lived a good life. You know, she was surrounded by friends and family. But I wanted to tie that into my video today because one thing I liked about her when she was alive, and I didn't wait to think this about her after she died. This is something I've always thought about Dolly. Dolly gave people props. No matter who she mentioned, no matter who was brought up to her, she gave them props. She never hated on any other artist. Um, People always tried to compare her and Whitney Houston because of the I Will Always Love You song that Dolly Parton wrote. And, she let Whitney them get the song. Whitney took it to her level. She had it at her level. Two different genres, right? And people always try to play the two against each other over that song, who sung it better. And she never played into that. She always gave Whitney Houston her props. And I saw an interview where somebody tried to ask her about that, and she was talking about the first time she heard it, she had to pull over because it was sung so well that she couldn't even, she had to pull over just to listen to it. That's just the kind of person she is. That's just one of the many ways that she just showed her kindness. Of course, she did her charities. Every time I seen her interact with somebody, she wasn't afraid to take a stand. So many people who are celebrities, they afraid to take a stand. They're afraid to have an opinion because they are so afraid of being canceled. But not Dolly. Dolly, I'm not going to speak on the things that she spoke against because I like to say neutral, and that's just my prerogative. Bobby Brown, nah, but that's my prerogative that I just don't. I try to stay neutral for the most part. But she had her viewpoints on things, and she wasn't apologizing for it. Um, she gave props. Many people like to collab with her. From the great Whitney Houston to Beyonce. Beyonce recently redid the Jolene, and I know Dolly, a lot of people were hating on that, saying Beyonce did a horrible job or whatever they were saying about Beyonce and her version. And she never can be Dolly. But Dolly wanted her to sing that song. She actually she's on plenty of videos where she wanted Beyonce to sing that song. And that's just the kind of person I'm bringing these examples up because this is the kind of person Dolly was. She just didn't hate on nobody. She just always gave you props. She sung with Miley Cyrus and a whole bunch of other people. And she just, did her thing. I recently, all the videos are circulating now because of her passing. And I recently seen a video yesterday. Was it yesterday or today? One of the days, yesterday or today. She was on BET. And we know that stands for Black Entertainment Television. She basically was on there with Terrence and Queen Latifah. And I love it when somebody can be in a room of, let's say for instance, you in a room with somebody who have different ways, different views, different songs or whatever, and you can still be your authentic self. She didn't try to change to fit in, the culture. She stayed with whatever she believed in. She's a country singer, so she did her things the country way. She had fun, and I just like how she's authentic. She doesn't change no matter what room she's in, no matter what circle she's in. And that's just all the great things about her. So before we get more into this video, right now I'm in one of my kids' old room that I'm slowly gonna be turning into my office. It needs some work. They got a lot of stuff over here that please ignore. The aesthetics is not there. All of this stuff here and the stuff in the background that you may see on the floor will be out of here eventually. Hopefully by this weekend. Pray for me. Hopefully by this weekend so I can get this together. I got some things to replace in the door. But forgive the chaos behind me. But and that's part of what my video is about, just being kind to people. When people die, that's when we start to look into more of what kind of person they were. That's when people want to tell you the kind things about that person. People die, that's when we as a human race, that's when we decide, most of us, that we want to say something kind about them, or or we want to tell them through like a tribute how we felt about them. And my message today is, don't wait till someone is in a grave to tell them how you feel about them. Tell them kind things, or let them know how they appreciate it. Of course, I didn't know Dolly personally, and yes, I'm saying kind things about her now to you, but anybody who knows me knows that I'm so quick to give a person a compliment. I'm so quick to say something kind to someone. At the end of the video, I'm telling you, don't be a stranger, be kind to each other, because the message is very clear. We live in a world where people are just not kind. They're not kind. With her passing, I've already seen skits. I already seen disrespect. And it's just so sad, because I come from an era and time period where when someone died, whatever you had against them, whatever problems you had, it was null and void, because death is the closure. There's nothing beyond that at that moment, so, but now we're in a generation to where people laugh at your death. People will sometimes be happy that someone has passed. And, people just have no natural affection to one another. And that's Bible, having no natural affection. That's how you can tell that we are in the end of the times, the last of the last days, because there's just no kindness around you. And you really got to be careful, because people are going through things. People are stressed because of work is just overwhelming. People are like depressed because the cost of living. People are lonely. There's people out here that don't have a significant other to be happy with. Dolly, she lost her husband last year, and they said, she died of cancer. They confirmed on the news this morning. And, people say that, after her husband died, they were saying that, that she died of a broken heart. And they knew that after he died, that, basically, that she probably wouldn't live much longer. And, you know, I do believe in people dying of broken heart, you know, just the unbearable pain of losing that person. And she spoke very highly of her husband. She let him know how she felt while she was here. He let her know how he felt when he was here. And that's what you want to do. You know, just tell people how you feel, be kind, because we are really living on borrowed time. And you don't want to go around here living like in fear, like, oh, you know, we don't know if the next minute is ours. You know, we just want to live each minute like we appreciate the next minute or the next hour. I have a sign or a picture in my living room, and I'll take a picture. You know, I like to put my pictures on the screen, and it says, live every day like it's a Saturday. And it's because when I saw that, it touched me and it spoke to me, because a lot of times people wait to the weekend to live life, because you know, the weekend starts. You know, most of us don't have to work, and when we don't have to work, we can plan more. We're not as tired, so we tend to wait to the weekend to do things. And I'm guilty of this, and I try to do things. I am actually, you know, I ain't gonna say try. I'm doing a lot more than what I used to do during the week, and I just want to make sure that I'm being appreciative of each moment that I have, because life is truly precious. And I hope that anybody who's watching this video, if you are alone, if you are battling depression, if you are somebody who feel like you don't have nobody to talk to, and you're the strong person in your family, nobody checks on you, nobody understands you, you are in a marriage that you don't want to be in, you're in a relationship you don't want to be in, just whatever your life troubles may be, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here at this moment while you're watching this video. Just don't think about nothing else. Just think about the words that I'm saying. Think about how can you do something today to help your future self. You know, think about your goals and your aspirations on where you see yourself next week. You know, maybe you have to make some short goals instead of those long, big goals. Journal, you know, write your thoughts down. I started writing in this journal right here. And I got this. I didn't spend a lot of money on this. I paid $1.25 for this. And it's a good things take time. And it's a gratitude journal. And, you know, it asks things like reasons I'm grateful for my body today. Reasons I'm grateful for my mind today. Reasons I'm grateful for my passions today. And I just put the dates on there, and I kind of jot down the answers to what I'm feeling that moment, you know. And on the other side is a just a little doodle, so you can like draw a picture, which I didn't do it, or whatever you want to do, scribble scrabble. Sometimes just doing that make you feel good. Then it say what made me happy today, how did I take care of myself today, what inspired me today. And I think I did all that on the same day. Yeah, I did. So, and then it goes on again for different, the same thing. And then once a brain dump, a clear mind is a good for the soul. And it just kind of helped me think about what I'm going through that day, because not every day is the same. Not every day is bad. Not every day is good. This is something I do for myself, you know. I'm all about self-care. I'm all about pouring into your cup. You don't just want to depend on other people to pour into your cup. Pour into your own cup. Go get your own cup. Pour your own positivity in there. And if somebody pour into your cup that you already poured into, let it overflow. And let it overflow into somebody else's cup, to where you being kind and where you're radiating positivity. And I'm telling you guys, I'm on this spiritual journey, and I am loving it. I have such a sense of peace. I am no longer being in rooms that I'm not tolerated in. Like, I don't if you don't want to be around me, I am no longer trying to be around you. And it's all love. You know, sometimes people, they just grow apart. Sometimes friendships, they are not the same as it used to be. And I'm not into forcing anything, you know. And if it comes back around, you know, whatever the case may be, then you cross those bridges when they come. And this is not you being a mean person. This is you just being the very best version of yourself. You know, don't be a person that don't forgive people. Be forgiving. You know, take your moment if you need a moment. Don't take too long. Don't lay your head down without forgiving whoever. Make sure you give it to God and let go and keep it moving. And I used to be a person who cared about everything that everybody said, and I stopped doing that a few years ago. And the first thing I did was it used to be when I used to take pictures or videos just randomly. I wasn't even YouTube, and I kind of played around with YouTube, but really wasn't really doing it consistent like I'm doing now. And I would be like, oh, delete, don't like that, don't like that. But now it's like I am who I am, and I'm happy with who I am. And you either love me in my worst version, best version, medium version, but it's not, you need to love me regardless. So not when I'm just on top of everything, not when I have money. You want to love me when I have money, when I don't have money, when I'm looking my best, when I'm not looking my best. That is a true friend, a true partner. That's a true relationship. You know, communication, understanding. And what I ask of people, I make sure that I pour the same thing into them. And when I tell you, it's such a good feeling to really know who you are. And just to, like, if anybody talks to me, I know exactly who I am. You know how on them comments, people like share a video of somebody or a picture, and they were like, she exactly who she thinks she is. I'm exactly who I think I am. And I love it, you know. And I want whoever watching this video to be the same way. Know exactly who you are and love who you are. Don't try to be nobody else. Be authentically you, because you are a great person. You know, you what makes people that's around you gravitate to you. Somebody out there really care about you. You may not know it, but they care about you. I'm a stranger, and if you watching this, I care about you because I care about people. I care about human beings. I'm the one that cry for strangers on the internet, you know. I get touched so much. I was watching a video yesterday, and it was of this little boy who has autism, and I think he's a teenager. I don't know how old he is. And is his name Messiah, I think? But he was singing a Tevin Campbell song with his mom, and I didn't cry, but my eyes were, somebody was cutting onions in the room. And it was just so sweet. What made the video so touching to me, because the innocence of him. He don't know hate. You know, like a lot of autistic kids, and I know because my grandson is autistic. They, you know, it's just a innocent world, I feel, you know. And when I seen him singing that song, and he had a good tune, he's a handsome little boy too. It just really touched my soul, and just hearing his mom be his biggest cheerleader, I'm like, kudos to that mom, and kudos to him. And it's like, it was just a good video, you know. And just, you know, I liked the video. I wasn't one of the people who watched the video and actually enjoyed the video and then don't like it and keep scrolling. Some people do that on purpose. Some people don't even mean no harm. They just forget to do it. Like people videos. If you watching it to the end, and especially if you watch it on repeat, give that person they like. You know, if they're creating content, give them they like. This is school buses passing by, school letting out. And when I looked over there the first time, I seen some kids that got the bus and they walked right into the grass. you know. And I just look at them like, oh, look, kids got to school. But some people, if they the corner house and kids do that, they will go out there and be grouchy. That's what I'm talking about, not being kind. These are kids, you know. That's a shortcut to their house, to them. They ain't thinking about your grass. It's a shortcut to their house. And I just looked at them like, oh, look at them with their backpacks and just got to school, probably hungry, probably finna go fix a cold bowl of cereal or whatever they eat nowadays after school. I grew up in the 90s where, you know, we got home. We couldn't wait to get a cold bowl of cereals or some leftovers from last night meal. Man, what a time. But yeah, like I said, that guy, the little boy Messiah, I think his name was Messiah, I'm not sure. He's really handsome. He's got a public page, but I don't think I will post his picture just because, you know, he is under 18. But yeah, guys, we gotta live our lives, and we gotta do things, get out that slump. You know, it's fall time. Well, it's gonna be fall time. You know, us fall people, we try to say fall was August 1st. We know fall ain't August 1st, but you know, the weather is changing. We already starting to get leaves in the grass, and I think fall is my favorite season because it makes me feel happy. You know, seasons and weather can play with your emotions. I know people that can colder climates. I've heard of some of them telling stories about how they get depressed because they have to stay in the house and they can't really go out. You know, during COVID time, we had to stay in the house and people were getting depressed because they couldn't get outside, get some sunlight. We need that sunlight. That sunlight helps us. It keeps us healthy. It keeps your skin glowing. It just makes you feel good. You need that sunlight. You need that vitamin D. You need that. So I haven't been able to go outside here lately because the weather been in the triple digits. I just go out there long enough to give my chickens some fresh water, give them some more food. Before I started my video, I gave the girls some, I cut me some cantaloupe that I grew. And it was some cantaloupe that I couldn't get close enough with the knife. So like a good thick layer. You know, I could have probably cut some more, but you know, I said, let me give it to the chickens. So I took it outside and they were pecking on it and eating it. So it was a nice little cool treat for them. Keep them cold or cool in this hot weather. My garden, guys, the gardening blues, because right now everything's out there fried. I'm probably gonna, I've been waiting for it to get out the triple digits so I can go out there. I just don't want to go out there. It's too hot. I'm going to cut all my flowers off, put them in a Ziploc bag because they dry. I need to cut them off maybe today, actually, because we are due for some spotted rain. And while it's dry, I can go ahead and put them in some Ziploc bags instead of waiting until it rains and then I have to let them dry again, because those are seeds for next year. I already got me some cantaloupe seeds. One seed that I don't really get to keep, which I should, is my tomatoes. Tomato seeds are so little that I don't even want to mess around with them sometimes. I still got some tomato seeds from last year though, so I'll just have to use those. But yeah, guys, I ain't gonna hold you too long. I just wanted to honestly get on here and just kind of chit chat with you guys and do a temperature check, because you know I gotta check on my sunflowers. And if you're new here, I'm the Homesteading Kontessa. My name is Kontessa, and I am a millennial. I'm the first wave millennial, and I created this channel to show like my life. It's not really just a gardening channel. It's not just a homesteading channel. It's my life channel. Pretty much it show you moments of me maybe in a garden raising chickens, maybe cooking something, maybe a family event. Sometimes I take you into my classroom because I'm a dental assistant instructor. It's just lifestyle, farming, gardening. It's all of them. So I really don't know what umbrella to call it, because it's all of those things. It's not just a one type of realm. It's not just gardening. Because I may do a video and I don't show you gardening. Like our last video, I showed you how to make sloppy joes from scratch, my version, my way. It's a page where simplicity lives, and I show you real time. I show you, it's very transparent, and what I hope to gain from having this channel is a community of like-minded people who can relate to the things that I talk about, who look for things to be happy about, who are people that are, who got dreams and hopes and want to accomplish things. I love to watch other gardening channels. I love to watch homesteading. I like to watch funny channels too. Sometimes I watch Deion Sanders' son. I think his name is Shiloh. Yeah, Shiloh, because Shador is the one that played football. Shiloh played football too, but I don't think he is with a team right now. And he basically, he's like a lifestyle channel, and he does these funny videos where he going out to eat, and he show a lot of Coach Prime personal life, which I love. And they live in Dallas too, so I'm always for the home team, and I like to support other channels too. I do watch other gardening channels that have subscriber counts like me. I watch the ones that got millions of followers, and that's who I am. I am a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a Gigi of 2 grandboys, my grandbabies. One is in 1st grade, one is about to reach 1 in November, and they light up my world. All my kids are grown. I love that for me, y'all. All my kids are grown. And my grandbaby, he think he our kid, because he know we the grandparents, but he won't let us be great. He like, I want to be here. So we primarily have him here at our home, which we love. We don't care about him being here. Former Aiden, you guys know him. Right now he in there playing the game, so that's why y'all don't see him busting in here, all in the camera, showing you his teeth that he done showed y'all 2 videos ago that is gone. I'm actually gonna make part of this room his room. So basically he got a room everywhere. He got a room at his mama house that he ain't never there. And I'm gonna bring his bed back here once they get their stuff out, because my youngest son moved into his first apartment, and I'm happy for him. It's so funny that you be wanting your kids, like, oh, when your kids gone, I'm gonna be doing this and doing that. And then my kids moved. When he moved, I was like so emotional. He doesn't even know. If he watches this video, he'll know it. But probably to the title, he may not watch it. But I was so emotional when he moved. And it's just like, oh wow. It's funny when we think we want stuff, and then when it happens, we like, what? Did I think this through? But yeah, we know they gotta, leave eventually. But my kids know they always welcome home. I always say, as long as you're respectful, you can be here. If you're respectful, you always got a home here. And too many times, my culture, we trying to kick people out at 18 and put them out there on the street. Times are different. It's not like when I was a kid. I moved out when I was 19, but it's times are so different that you really got to make sure you help set your kid up for success. And even then, it still takes time, because heck, I'm well adult, and I still I have my struggles, and things are just high. And I constantly I work full time. I got my small business, and I do things like I have a farmers market coming up, so y'all know I do my annual Tractor Supply farmers market. This one is going to be September 12th. I can't wait to do that. And so I'm booked and busy. Yes, we love that for me, right? That I'm booked and busy. But yeah, today gonna be a chill day. I got off work already. I'm about to watch Outer Banks. That's on Netflix. I already watched. They have a new season 5. If you haven't watched Outer Banks, that's a good series if you're looking for one. I watched season 5 already. It just came out. And what I'm about to do, well, what I started the whole season over. You know how you watch something that's so long ago that you watched it, you'll rewatch it, and then it feels like you've seen it for the first time because you watch it for a second time, so you catch stuff that you didn't catch before. And I seen yesterday Beauty in Black, a new season is coming. So for all the Beauty in Black people, a season is coming, a new season. I forgot what season they're in, but yeah. And look, guys, I know I had no business watching that, but yeah. So the late great Dolly, right? She gonna be missed, and you know, be the kind of person that can be missed. Be the kind of person that can be missed. You know, when that time come for you, what will people say about you? You know, were you a good person? Will they say, "Ooh, you know, they were such a good person, such a good mom, such a good dad, such a good uncle, such a good auntie, sister, brother, friend"? What will they say about you? Well, how you live in your life now will determine that. So it's never too late to change. You know, no matter what kind of person you are right now, you can decide right now today that I'm going to be a better person. And that's, you know, whatever you think a better person is, you know, just try to be different than you were the day before in a better way, you know. And then before you know it, you got growth. And that's what I strive to be, just a good person, better than what I was the day before. And, you know, people, they pour into me all the time, and I pour right back into them. You know, they speak life into me. I mean, my grandson speak life into me. He kisses my cheek like I'm a baby. You know, my students, they speak life into me. They say kind things to me. I say kind things to them. My husband, you know, he speak life into me. The other day, we were talking, and he told me, he was like, that I looked at like, it was like a younger age than what I am. And I was like, okay. But yeah, when he said that, I was like, okay. It's funny how men can say something to you, and it's like they got that charm like no other. But yes, speak life, be life, and until the next time, sunflowers, be kind and don't be a stranger. And if you made it this far, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, because y'all heard YouTube is making us get at least 8,000 hours by 2027. So I'm on a road to 4,000 hours. And if you like my channel and you like to support my channel as far as views, it would do me great pleasure if you would watch some of my videos that you haven't seen before, and just let them run. Keep watching them till you watched all of them. Go back from day one and work your way up back to this one, and make sure you hit that like button. And if you have a channel, I would do the same thing for you. Drop your channel down in the comments below so other people can see it, because I'm all about, you know, let's network, let's help each other out, right? So bye.